Hi guys, it's Chris here from Some Bloke Who Travels a Lot, and today I'm at Birmingham New Street Station and I'm about to catch an Avanti train to Preston. Now, I haven't been on an Avanti train for years, but I've been travelling on the West Coast line with British Rail and then Virgin since the mid-1980s. And one of the things I loved about Virgin were the cheap train tickets. If you were flexible when you travelled, I could often pick up a first-class ticket from Preston to London for £40 each way. With Avanti, it was a rarity to find a single under £100 for standard. And the service, well, to begin with, I had little faith they could run a drinks party in a brewery. So I'd switched to flying. My London trips were becoming Heathrow-focused, flights were cheaper than the train, and I got to add tier points to my BA loyalty card. It was a win-win. Now, I'm going to show you and talk about the new SuperFare from Avanti at the end of the video, but that wasn't the reason I found myself at Birmingham New Street Station. I'd flown down to London as normal from Manchester. However, my return coincided with King Charles's coronation, and BA wanted £400 plus for an economy one way from Heathrow to Manchester. So I dusted off the Trainline app and found a journey Euston to Birmingham with London Midland for £20 in their first class, which is not the same as Avanti's. Basically, it's just a quiet carriage with good seats, power points, but there's zero service. And I've used this before, as you can get very, very cheap tickets if you're not in a rush. So it did mean splitting with Avanti for the Birmingham to Preston part, which, as I had plenty of time, was no problem. In fact, time was in abundance, so I actually stayed overnight in Birmingham's Chinatown, which is very close to New Street at the Ibis. Video, of course, is on the channel, but this journey could easily be done in the same day. The ticket with Avanti in first was £50, and the total journey time from Euston to Birmingham was 2 hours and 20 minutes, and from Birmingham to Preston was a further 2 hours and 10 minutes. Now that compares with direct Euston to Preston at around 2 hours. But the prices, now I've just looked online for the same time, and first class is £170 to £200, and in standard class it's £65 to £100. Now remember those numbers when we look at the SuperFare ticket. Now it's a long time since I've been at Birmingham New Street, and I'm not rushing back. The green zone, the blue zone, the white zone, it reminded me of the airplane movie. To drop off you need to go here to go there. I had my ticket allowed me to go in the first class lounge, which means I had to go through the blue zone barriers and explain to the ticket guy that I was going to the lounge because my train went from the green zone and I couldn't tap my ticket, otherwise my ticket would have been activated. Yeah, King's Coronation, Union Jack chocolate in the lounge. Lounge was very good. Tea, coffee, I had a can of pop, there was some people doing some work, there was the TV on, usual soft drinks. I thought it was a good lounge, to be honest, apart from the confusion of the lounges in the blue zone and I'm going from the green zone. Yeah. So once we got through all the zonal activity, it was down to the platforms. Platforms didn't look like they'd changed in years, 20 years. I was born in the Midlands, we moved to Lancashire, so I used to do this route quite a bit. Anyway, we get on board the train, and has it changed? Not greatly. Not greatly. Now, I suppose the biggest change with the days of Virgin to Avanti is they've brought in their standard Premier. And their standard Premier is just the first class lounges with almost just the headrest says standard Premier, if not first. Now, they have refurbed the seats. Now, whether that means the upholstery's been redone, etc., etc., but the tables are clearly different. You have wireless charging on your table. You also have all your plugs and sockets that are required. Now, as we go into the first class carriage, this is a little bit interesting. There's pretty much just me and Alexis Sale in the carriage. Alexis Sale has a radio show called Strangers on the Train, where he interviews people on the train. You can see they're set up here. And basically, we were pretty much the only people in the carriage. The guy setting up the radio, there was a guy from Avanti sat opposite me, and during the break in the journey, break in the recordings, we were chatting about Avanti, and I was being honest with him, you know, why I'd stopped travelling with Avanti. And I must say, the service was now there. I'm just showing you the menu. I did have a charcuterie board. I have no idea where the photograph of that charcuterie board has gone, but it has vanished, and it was a pleasant charcuterie board. I only have fizzy water, but I did have a pudding, and the pudding was very nice. But yeah, the seats are the same, the space is the same, the service is now drastically improved from when I was last with Avanti. I think they kind of know what they're doing. I would trust them with a drinks party in a brewery now. I think I would. The Alexi sale was fascinating. I can't wait. I think it comes out in July, and I'll be looking for that. It was Strangers on the Train, and no, he didn't interview me. But we did have a chat afterwards, and I did have my photograph taken with him, and he's a good sport. He's a good sport. I'll leave it. I won't say any more. Anyway, so we have the SuperFare. So what's the SuperFare all about? Well, I think the SuperFare has been brought in for people like me that used to just look out for these weird and wonderful Virgin tickets that were cheap. Now it's a bit more formatted. So basically you go to the SuperFare website, and there is a link in the description, because the SuperFare is only available on the Avanti website. It is not available on the train line. You pick your journey, so in my case, Preston to London. And it will give me a selection of fares at £22. Now, what happens is you pick whether you want to go in the morning, the afternoon, or the evening. So they're sensible times. It's not like you're travelling on the milk train at 5 o'clock in the morning. They're sensible times. And the day before, you will be told what train you're on. So you do need to be flexible. But you needed to be flexible with the Virgin ticket. You know, if you wanted to be in London for 9:30 in the morning, you were paying through the nose for an astronomical price. But if you were quite happy to get the slow route via Birmingham in the middle of the day, get on the train at 11:30, get into London at 3 o'clock, you could get a first class ticket for, like I said, £40. I think this is similar. Now, these SuperFares at £22 are one way, and they are in economy. But as I understand, for an extra £25, you can upgrade to standard premium. I'm not 100% sure of this, and I can't find detailed information to tell you, so you know what I'm going to do. I have a trip coming up that is more suited to the train than the plane. So I'm going to have a go on one of these SuperFares, and I'm going to tell you all about it. So if you're interested in finding out about that, might be a good time to subscribe to the channel. It is free, of course, and you'd be more than welcome. And if you ring the bell, YouTube will let you know when I post videos from my travels, which is all over the world: hotels, museums, planes, now trains, and a few boats. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and happy travels.